Let's talk about this
co-main event of the evening. Yeah.
This co-main, wow. Okay, you know what? I got to talk about this. Yeah, that one. I got to talk about this a little bit, okay? Because on the Fight Companion, I was joking around. I was trolling a little bit. And I was like, oh, Amanda threw it. There's no way she would ever lose. You know what? This is an apology tour. And you know what? Here's the thing. I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm a fan. I'm hyperbolic at times. And I did not give Julianna Pena the respect that I deserve, or that she deserved. And I trolled her, and she proved me wrong and made me look like an idiot. And for that, I thank you, because Julianna Pena, that was one of the best storylines in the history of the UFC. I counted you out. I did not give you a chance in hell. Some would say borderline disrespectful. And Julianna Pena, if you ever come on the podcast, we ever see you face to face, I will let you kick me or punch me in the face for being so idiotic. But in all seriousness, wow, what a performance. That first round was just as crazy, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, these girls were throwing high volume, but for Pena to just come out in the second round and look as good as she did, she was landing that jab at will. She landed that jab so many times on Amanda that I was like, damn, Amanda, are you going to figure that? What the fuck is going on? Are you going to figure that jab out? It was so clean, bro. She was just throwing that 1-2 right down the pipe.
Stunned her multiple times. And then the commentary was saying it, dude. You saw the difference on Amanda Nunes' face. And Amanda looked fantastic in that first round, dude. She looked great. She looked like, okay, just another domination, another ass beating here. Pena was in it. Yeah, she was landing a couple shots. But then the second Amanda got on top, Pena did threaten with that Kimura there. And, Nunes knew she was in a little bit of danger, but then she got out of that, as the champ does, dominated on top, won that round pretty significantly, I would say. And it wasn't a 10-8. No, I'm not saying that. But she did win that round. It was pretty easy to judge that. But the second round for Pena, just to go to her corner and said, yeah, I tried that. And he goes, we don't give a fuck. That's the game plan. This is what we're here to do. Yep. And you're doing good. Get in her face. Then what did she do? She came out, got right in her fucking face, and was just, she lulled Amanda Nunes, lured her into a brawl, dude.
And that was her game
plan.
That
was it. That was the difference. The second it turned into a brawl, Amanda immediately started throwing wild haymakers, and she was landing them too. Shout out to Julianna Pena's chin for holding up. Bro, the exchanges were incredible and insane.
And it wasn't just a fight. It was a psychological warfare, dude. This was warfare. Psychological warfare that I've never seen in my life. I mean, when Julianna Pena talks about a game plan, this was the ultimate game plan. She wanted to get in that brawl in that second round. You saw her, as you said, lulling Amanda Nunes into brawl because Amanda knows she lands one solid punch and the fight's over. We saw that against Chris Cyborg and all of her other opponents. This was the game plan for Julianna Pena. Throw punches, get her tired, get her in a dogfight, take her down, submit her. Bro, when that fight ended and I saw Amanda Nunes,
we were in disbelief.
The GOAT. My jaw dropped to the floor. I was drunk as a skunk. And I'm like, is this real life? Am I in an alternate universe? This does not make any sense, man. But then I go back and rewatch the fight. Julianna Pena looked phenomenal.
Yes.
I was blown away with her striking. Just how efficient she was in her takedown. Her wrestling was great. I mean, to get Amanda tired in that second round, to have her up against the fence and then to just pull her down and get on top like that, it was a wrap, dude. Shout out to Julianna Pena. I will just keep apologizing to you for the rest of the year. And you're probably going to get in one part of our award show. I mean, I think for the upset of the year.
Dude, for sure, she needs to be mentioned in something. Like
incredible.
That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Shocked the world.
Yeah, the speech she gave afterwards, too, was very influential. It made me feel really good. And like, Tabor, we were both talking off air before we started. Like, I felt like a little bitch boy because I actually got a little emotional. I mean, too, yeah. I did not shed a tear. But like I had the goosebumps and my eyes were welling a little bit and I was like, wow, that is powerful, man. I mean, this is a story of David and Goliath.
Yes.
This is what movies are made of. Literally, movies are made of this kind of stuff. Like the underdog that no one gives a chance, that people troll all day long. Julianna Pena had to hear all of this for months. Obviously, their fight got postponed, which could fuck with your head.
Yes. She had to do 2 training camps.
Yeah, to overcome everything. And then to go out there and submit the greatest women's fighter in the UFC history in the second round is magical, man. And the speech afterwards saying, you know what? You can do anything you want to do. You know, the world is your oyster. Like, it was powerful shit, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I love this sport. Like you never know. And for me to be as ignorant and stupid as I was, like I feel like a dummy. But you know what? I got humbled. Shout out to Julianna Pena, man. It's just phenomenal. And, you know, I want to go back to what you said earlier, how you said how nobody was taking her and it was borderline disrespectful, how people were just overlooking her. And I agree with that. But what's disrespectful is everybody going, this fucking fight was rigged. Amanda Nunes just gave up. Julianna Pena didn't win that fight. Amanda lost it. And, like, guys, that's some fucking bullshit, dude. Julianna Pena went in there and finished her in the second round. Yeah.
She dominated her in some of those exchanges. She broke Pena. That was not a rigged fight. No. That was not Nunes throwing that fucking fight. That's what's disrespectful, is people are still overlooking this woman. She broke the greatest women's fighter of all fucking time last night.
In the second round. We didn't even go to championship rounds. And that's why I want to preference the fight companion, because I did do that. I was joking around. I was drunk. But, you know, I rewatched the fight again, and, like, just actually watching it and dissecting it as an MMA fan, I had a completely different take. Like, I want everyone to know that I was joking around last night.
And I wasn't calling you out.
No, I know. But, like, I still need to, I mean, you got to call me out on it. Like, I did do it, even if I was joking around. It was disrespectful. And I do apologize.
Pena broke her, man. It's as easy as that. I see you, Aunt W. You said Pena beating Nunes had me standing up for 15 minutes. Hadn't been that shocked since Masvidal asked her, and absolutely. And then Ignorant M.A. came in and said, Nunes tapped really quick. The choke was on the jaw, and she had no hooks in. Nunes had to have been injured.
Maybe just exhausted.
That's the thing. She was exhausted. I mean, Pena broke her. Pena gassed her with that brawl. Then Pena broke her right after that, and Nunes gave up. She didn't give up because she betted on Pena on the side or something. No, she gave up because she broke her in the octagon, man. I don't know what else to say, man.
And Amanda fell right into that trap, too,
absolutely.
Man. I mean, right into it. Julianna, the game plan, bro. And, like, even talking about it now, I'm just still blown away that, like, that happened. On the last pay-per-view fight, card of the year. Like, it could not have been a better story. And that is why I'm so glad we did not record our award show before. And we're going to do it when you get back in January, because wow. Incredible, man.
Incredible. It was fucking insane. And, like, I literally, I saw this, where's the chat? Sorry. This is terrible podcasting. AW Pena. No, I already read that one. No, Ignorant MMA. My bad. One psycho in the woods somewhere picked Pena, and that was it. Who saw that coming? Apparently, a few people. Man, Steely said he wouldn't be shocked if Pena won. Freaking, I know your brother, and you said last night that your brother called it. Some people are just, you know. They got that fucking 2040 vision or some shit. They could see into the future because, man, the line was minus 800 for fucking Nunes. Yeah. And then I saw in the chats earlier that someone said that someone made a $380,000 bet on Nunes last night.
Yeah, that individual did not sleep well.
In the chat, they said he woke up dead.
Oh, bro.
Oh, man. Could you imagine being that guy? Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Ignorant MMA. If they don't do the rematch, Pena said she wants a GDR rematch, but GDR is out of the rankings and not fighting at the moment.
Yeah, Dana
I guess some family stuff. Yeah, we saw that. Ignorant also, Nunes has gone 5 rounds before. Where was her cardio? That's a great question. For some reason, it wasn't there last. Maybe she did have an injury. You never know.
Joseph
never mentioned it.
Joseph Bellotti says, I'm not making excuses for Nunes, but did COVID come into play? Yeah, I mean, depending. Here's the thing. Whether or not it did come into play, we have to get one thing straight. Julianna Pena went out there. She defeated the champ. She is the undisputed bantamweight champion of the world. So we're putting respect on that. But it is a question that I think is fair to at least address. Could it have come into play? Yeah, of course. There's a lot of variables. A lot of things could come into play, but we don't know how severe it was. And therefore, like, I don't even want to speculate on that because I feel like it diminishes and takes away from Julianna Pena. And that's something that, like, especially now, like in hindsight and everything that's happened, I want to give as much respect to Julianna Pena as well. It's not a bad question. I get you're not making excuses, but Pena is a champ, man, and she deserves that credibility. And let's talk about the future now for this bantamweight division.
Shout out to Kevin. What's next for Nunes and Pena? And he also said, Kevin, don't forget Valentina, and I definitely want to get into this. So let's start with Pena first. What is next for Pena? Do they do the immediate rematch with Amanda Nunes?
So this is what Dana White said in the post-fight conference, okay? So had Amanda Nunes won that fight, her versus Kayla Harrison would have been the biggest fight. Okay.
Yeah.
That fight obviously is not going to come to fruition right away. Now, keep in mind, this is bantamweight 135. Kayla Harrison's not going to drop down to 135. She's a 155er. Featherweight is a much more viable division for her, a division that she can make. Amanda still holds the featherweight championship of the world. However, with Pena beating Amanda Nunes, what must happen when you have a champ as dominant as this, if anyone on the face of the fucking planet, Tabor, deserves an immediate rematch, it is Amanda Nunes. I think that's the route they go. I think realistically, that's the path. I think it would be so disrespectful to Amanda Nunes to give some other girl a shot against Pena. If anyone deserves to get their due, get their justice back, it's Amanda Nunes, who has defended this belt for years. I mean, do you have a different take? Do you have someone else?
No. I mean, it's Amanda Nunes. She deserves it. She's the GOAT. Shout out to S. Dresden. Nunes quit so that she would not get knocked out. I have never considered Nunes the GOAT. Always been a sloppy brawler with a greater natural upper body strength than most women. You're absolutely right there. I mean, but let's be real. She's the GOAT, bro. She's the GOAT.
Yeah, she's a GOAT.
Like most title defenses, and she's beaten all these people, and she's beaten the only runner-up for the GOAT status twice. Yes, caveat, that second fight was extremely close, and a lot of people thought Valentina, including myself, won that fight. But, it is
what it is.
Sometimes judges just, they see other things differently, and then, it goes down and it's official. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's rematch or bust, really. I mean, it'd almost be, like you said, it'd be disrespectful if they didn't do it.
So, yeah, I totally agree. So I think that's all settled there. But we also have to talk about something that happened during this co-main event. The chats are blowing up, guys. I do see them. And, yes, we were aware of Michael Chiesa in his drunken
tirade. Let's talk about that, too.
Run into the octagon. I guess, I loved reports, it. This has not been confirmed by multiple reports, but I heard he was escorted out by police.
Yeah, she did. He got dragged out by the cops. He was fucked up, dude. So when he jumped over the barrier, he fell instantly, and then he tried jumping into the cage, fell, hit his face on the fucking deck, sliced his eye open, had a big old fucking knot over his eye, and he was fucked up. He's like, no, I need to get in there, and cops are like, no, dragging him out, and then he goes into the back, and then Pena finally walks out, and there's a video of, you just see Mike sitting there bawling his fucking eyes out, just bawling, saying, I love you so much, gave Pena a big old hug, just kept on saying he loved her, and he was just bawling in her arms, and even Pena was like, thank you so much, and then walked away, and you saw the look on Pena's face. She was like,
yeah, he's a little drunk.
He's a little fucked up. Yeah, that was funny. Apparently everything's cool there. He had a conversation with Dana, but not a good look, man. It was not a very good look, but I get it. That's your teammate. You had a few too many beers,
It is what it is.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So Ann W says the real question will be, does Amanda even want to do 135 anymore? She might just want to defend the 145 belt. Here's the problem I have with that, okay? Who in this featherweight division? If they don't sign Kayla Harrison, there's no fucking point for Amanda only to become the featherweight champion. I think realistically, Amanda Nunes is going to try to retain her belt and win it back from Pena. I think that's the only route to go. So that was the last thing I wanted to say.
S. Dresden, best female fighters of all time are Val and Rose in terms of technical skill, in my opinion. I agree with that. Like you said, Nunes is kind of a sloppy brawler. She was getting hit by a fucking Durandamy, but the problem is she's just so dominant. Even with the sloppy brawling stuff that she does, she still KOs people. And that was her kryptonite last night, was the sloppy brawling, man.
I think we should probably throw Weili into that as well, as far as technical skills.
Yeah, but Rose beat her twice, so.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But
I mean,
skilled.
You also have, yeah. I mean, she is definitely skillful. I love Weili Zhang too, and she's still got a long career left in front of her too, because she is relatively young. But yeah, man, what a night! And the crowd was electric. So we don't get to hear it live on the Fight Companions because obviously copyright and all that stuff would get pulled from YouTube. So we cannot hear the TV, we cannot hear the commentators. But boy, when I went back and watched that was getting me hyped. Hearing the crowd, dude. The crowd was so loud, and the oohs and oh,
I love it, dude.
It was wild, man. But yeah, no, definitely, Kevin. The crowd was shocked. Everyone, especially in that second round, I saw all these people in the crowd standing up with their phones like, oh my God, are you kidding me? It was insane.
It was
what
crazy,
a night of fights.
What
a night of fights. Holy shit.
Memorable night. A night that will go down in history, man.
Absolutely.
For real. For real. They said it was the biggest gate in T-Mobile Arena that didn't have Conor McGregor's name attached to it.
Sold out 18,400 seats approximately at an $8 million gate. So, hey, that's
awesome.
That's a good night. And a lot of fighters got performance of the night too, which was well-deserved. I think like 6 or 7 got it. There was a fight of the night. Like, I think everyone on the main card got paid.
Yeah, absolutely, as they should have, because it was a fantastic card. Let's move into Church Coin. Or do you want to talk about Nunes' future real quick, or did we already kind of...
Yeah, we already talked about that. Yep.
Okay, yeah, we did enough there. But can't wait for the future there. It will happen, the rematch, in my opinion. I don't know when. Probably International Fight Week. I wouldn't be shocked if both these women take some time off. Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome there. Maybe we go. I would love to go to International Fight Week next year. We'll see.
Who knows?
We'll see. I put 8,000 Church Coin on Nunes. I kind of felt like that guy that put 300 grand on him last night. I was like, God damn it, 8,000 down the drain, and then you went all in, lost it. So
it is what it is.
Thank goodness. Oh, sorry, I had to mention that one last time.
I'm getting so sick of this fucking guy rubbing. You know what's so funny? I was winning for the whole year.
I know.
And, I didn't rub it in, but this guy sure loves to just rub my face in white dog shit.
You know
all
what?
right.